Everybody, how's it going? It is Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. The Phillies made some news today, signing Adolis Garcia to a 1-year, $10 million contract. I think opinions are pretty mixed about this signing, but I have a pretty strong one. And here to talk about it all, we have Jeremy, SJ Phillies fan. How are you doing today?
Good. Yeah, I like the signing.
I love the signing, and I think it's the best thing that the Phillies have done in the offseason in years. And I will defend that to the death. So let's first get into it. I know you probably have his stats, just baseball reference page on your screen right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Adolis Garcia?
Yeah, he 33, he'll be 33 in March, 6 feet, 205 pounds, bats right, throws right. And he's never only time he's had a negative WAR was his rookie year, 2018. So on the surface, his offensive numbers look just like Castellanos. Past couple years, he's had a below 700 OPS, low on base percentage, whatever, but he makes up for it with good defense. So, and that's the big difference here.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
not
without a
even like
doubt,
he's
right?
a cannon of an arm. So even if his range goes down, man, like I don't know how. Actually, I don't know what's the dimensions of Texas Rangers Stadium.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I was there for my
Uh,
first time in this summer, and it felt like a pretty big stadium, at the very least.
Left is 329, center is 407, right field line is 326.
I think one thing that's
So
important to mention about Adolis is he has reverse splits. So while I do like that there's going to be some power coming from the right-hand side, he's somebody that traditionally hits better against right-handed pitchers. So if you're looking for like somebody that just torch lefties, from the right side, he's probably not that guy. That might be the only negative thing I say about him in this entire podcast, but it is true.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, so there's a lot more righties to face than it. So if you if you hit the righties, that's good for me. I mean, like we needed a right. He's the best available right-handed bat without giving up anything. 1 year, 10 million. I mean, I've said this to you before today. We were texting, but I never have a problem with the Phillies 1 year deal. I have a problem when they don't know when to get rid of them when they suck.
Right.
Kepler,
I mean, it's
like Kepler, yeah, Kepler. They always wait until the trade deadline, and Kepler should have been gone then. But he got hot for 2 weeks right around then. Oh, well, then he went back to being nothing. So it's cut bait when them if they suck. Not that hard. It's just frustrating and stupid and sunk cost fallacy. The whole point of the 1 year deal is to drop them if they're garbage and after a couple months.
right.
Ugh.
And here's the thing: if Adolis Garcia has a down year, which people have considered his last 2 years to be down years, for the Phillies, is it even that bad? I mean, over the last couple years, he's averaged 1.5 BWAR a season, an OPS plus right around average at 96, plus defense in a corner outfield. Like, in my opinion, that is a perfectly acceptable season for what the Phillies outfield has been in recent years. That is great. But if you can tap into what he was in 2023, 2022, 2021, something like that, and you get a guy that can, OPS plus a little bit better, and maybe tap into that 39 home runs that he had in 2023, I think there's a real high ceiling here as well. I think it's a high floor, high ceiling move.
Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Because yeah, who knows? Just change of environment. Maybe Kevin Long could do something. But yeah, I mean, he's not young, so who knows? He's always been a free swinger. But he still hits the ball really hard. And if he could just get somewhere close to 2020, of like OPS above 700. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It feels like not like he'll look better. He'll be better Castellanos because of the defense. So it's an upgrade no matter what. Right-handed, better version of Castellanos, somehow better than Castellanos.
Do you think he's more of a Castellanos replacement or a Kepler replacement? I've been going back and forth on that a little bit.
Both.
Both in one player, you mean? Because you kind of get like the upside of Castellanos' bat, whatever that upside was, and defense that's, honestly, Kepler's defense was okay, not great. Adolis is probably a better defender, but you're kind of getting the better part of both players. Is that kind of what you mean?
Well, yeah, but also it's really weird. We stuck Kepler in left last year, and like the whole thing. He should have been in right. Like I don't understand. We're so willing to get rid of Castellanos now. Apparently, we offered to cover the whole salary of what I read today. No one wants him. And so
what
it's
did we learn? Like everyone knew last year, a year ago, right now, that Castellanos was as bad as we think he is. Right, like nobody's opinion changed on him in the last year, really. So I don't know why they were so apprehensive to move off of him earlier.
Or cuddle him in the outfield, like force him to play left, and if he doesn't, then you have like reason to get out of the contract for free. Like it's bizarre. Like I don't understand how anything they do with the Castellanos situation. Like they hit it pretty well for a while, and then everything started coming out more and more. And it's just like, okay, it's clearly obvious this guy's with the like. I don't hate him as a person. He seems like a total like. I don't like him as a baseball player. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't get along with him, but I don't hate the guy.
Yeah, I mean, like we have had numerous Castellanos rants on this podcast, right? And I think those days are going to come to an end. I think that the inevitable conclusion of the saga is that he's going to be getting DFA'd or released, and we're going to be free of him sooner rather than later, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So,
I think the more interesting part, and I was texting you a little about this earlier today, is I don't know what this signing of Adolis Garcia means for Justin Crawford and Brandon Marsh. To me, I view this as a signal that Bader is almost surely gone, especially since we think Bader's probably going to be getting a multi-year contract at a higher AAV than the $10 million that we're giving Adolis Garcia. To me, I think this means that Bader is gone unless you can move off of the money of both Strom and Bohm. I view this as the biggest signing that they're going to make, except for, I guess, a catcher. Still have the trade options, of course, but I don't think they're bringing back Bader at this point. So who's playing center field on this team? Maybe Justin Crawford can make that jump and play center field. I think scouts are mixed. Some people view him as a corner outfielder. Some people view him as a center fielder. And I think that you can make an argument that in order for him to be an MLB quality player, he has to be a center fielder. So maybe you just stick him there, see if he can learn the position. Maybe Marsh, even though we kind of know he's a below average but not terrible center fielder, you can put him out there and you know what you're going to get. Maybe there's more to the Luis Robert talks than what we think, and we can get into that a little bit later. Or maybe just for the defense, maybe they just stick Johan Rojas out there and then you can still maybe trade Marsh. I don't know. Do any of these options seem particularly appealing to you?
I'm fine with Marsh or Crawford in center. I mean, Marsh isn't terrible in center. He just gets really weird reads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think that's fine.
Yeah. And just, I know maybe Crawford's good. Crawford's young, fast. Who knows? Or maybe Johan Rojas learns how to hit. Who knows?
I think the most likely outcome, what I think they should do, maybe not the most likely outcome, but what I think they should do, is they should just stick Justin Crawford in center field, see if he can play the position. And if he doesn't, you probably will be able to trade for Luis Robert or something like that at the trade deadline and probably pay less than what you'd pay right now. But I'm kind of the mindset that we need Justin Crawford to either sink or swim. Hopefully he can swim, but if he can't, I'd rather know that.
Yeah. It's the same thing we were just saying with the Marsh and the lefties. We've seen Marsh get hits off tough lefties before, but they still don't commit to him playing every day against lefties. It's just they're young. I mean, Marsh is getting older, but it's just like let them play a full year of these. Teams are just so God. It's the point. Like I complain every time of like, when does analytics go too far? It's in these kind of stupid situations. Like,
right, and what hinders the
how
player's
can they
development.
learn? Yeah, it's like, how can they learn if you never let them? If you just, oh, they failed this. Like it's like we're so willing to give these guys play these terrible guys for so long who don't do anything, but we just won't let the guy maybe improve outside of batting practice and stuff. It's I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
And then we get to the situations in the playoffs where we take out Marsh way too early because like, oh, we have to get a hit right here because and then we screw ourselves with the bench and everything and we get yeah. Ugh.
No, I agree with you fully. I think that the Phillies' development still leaves a lot to be desired, quite frankly. And I think that we're kind of seeing that with Brandon Marsh. I think Justin Crawford is just unplayable as a corner outfield in the major leagues. His bat is not good enough. He's not going to hit the same in the major leagues. Maybe he can still hit, but he's not going to as consistently be able to run out ground balls and turn them into infield singles in the major leagues. You need him to play center field. You need him to play center field and do it at least an average level. I feel like kind of slowly you've seen people kind of drop their opinions of Justin Crawford. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens next year.
Yeah, and it's just play the guys, play them, play them, play them. If they bust, they bust.
Right. And if you're not going to play them,
Again,
trade them and cash out.
Exactly. Again, it's like the free agent market is terrible. They're like the fact Schwarber and Pete Alonso were the top free agent bat. Like, yeah,
And Kyle Tucker.
Oh,
And
and
Alex
still,
Bregman.
yeah, that's too. Bregman's old.
Bo Bichette.
Okay, fine. I'm definitely not thinking straight.
I think that you don't have like the
No,
top end in this free agent market, but you have like a decent medium to high end.
yeah, but the point is like our biggest need is consistent good outfielders, and there's none in the free agent market.
Yeah, I mean, you
Like,
probably got
there's Tucker.
one.
But he's not consistent. I guess he's consistently inconsistent. But yeah, and then Tucker. But I would agree. Garcia and Tucker are the top outfielders on the free agent market.
Which to get one of those guys for 1 year, $10 million, it's great. It's a great deal.
Yeah,
This is
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a bad 1 year deal. It's only a bad deal if you don't know when to cut bait.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
I think there's a lot of people
name
that are
this-
for some reason furious about this deal. I think that we
Oh,
were
yeah.
talking a little bit about that earlier, and all some people's comments and reactions to this just were completely out of line. But I genuinely struggle to understand how somebody could look at this and think that Adolis Garcia is more cooked than like Whit Merrifield was a couple of years ago. I think that
Merrifield, he was. I had high hopes of Merrifield, but again, we waited until after the London series to cut him. And he was terrible, so bad. It's just like whether you like it or not, Castellanos is gone. So we need a right-handed outfielder, that one that can play right field. And there's no way we'll get Laureano on a 1 year deal.
No. I mean, I actually think Adolis is better than Laureano. I think I would probably take him on like a 1 year deal over Laureano on a multi-year deal. But I know you're a big Laureano fan, so you probably disagree with me on that one.
I mean, like I am, but it's just like last year was like by far his bet. He hit 288 his first 2 years, he was 23, 24, and then since then, before this past year, his highest was 259 in 98 games. So he's been basically like Adolis Garcia. But like the last
better
year,
bat to ball skills, less strikeouts.
Yeah, but still, but he was. Yeah, but it's I don't know if maybe something in the Braves in 2024 fixed him because he started doing well after that. But he's 31 years old. Who knows if he's gonna continue like what he's done the past year and a half.
Yeah. No, I think that's totally right.
But if Lorano was like 29, fine, give him a 3-year deal over Adolis 1 year. But he's going to be 32 this year. Like I'm not like with the 3 year. Yeah, no.
Yeah. This free agent market is kind of wacky. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like there has been such little discussion about the hot stove, and there's been so few leaks that we're kind of just getting these signings, like a couple every week, that are just coming out of absolute nowhere. And like it's just like, what? Like, is this real? Like there were no leaks at all about this or the Braves deal today, which we'll get into very shortly. Like just absolute radio silence, and then it comes out. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been a weird free agency. Like everyone was like, "Oh, once Schwarber signs, things are going to happen," and then we had Alonso sign like immediately after for like the same deal.
Yeah. So let's get a little bit into that Braves deal. The Braves signed Ha-Seong Kim, former Padres legend, to a 1-year deal for $20 million. So we're going to be seeing a lot of HSK next year. What did you think about this deal for the Braves, Jeremy?
I mean, he's fast, good defender, so and decent bat to ball skills when he was been healthy. So all signs to be a pain in the ass, depending on division. But luckily, his career numbers against us, he's only had like a 500 OPS in 24 games. So hopefully that continues. But who knows? He could also become a 350 hitter.
I like Ha-Seong Kim a lot. I'm a big Ha-Seong Kim fan for a long time. I love the chant that they had of him, the Ha-Seong Kim, that they would do over in Petco Park. I thought that was great. He has a couple of 5-WAR seasons coming off of that 2023. I honestly thought that he was one of the better players across the whole game because of the defense he gives you up the middle while being an above average hitter. That is incredibly valuable stuff. Now, obviously, injuries, like you said, have slowed him down to the point that he only played about 50 games that were not that much better than replacement level last year. But maybe this is a guy that the Braves are going to wish they signed for a longer time. And if the Braves fall on their face next year, then they'll probably get a pretty good return for him at the trade deadline.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not upset they signed him. I think it's nuts. He got 20 million.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, it makes sense why he would want a lot of money to rebuild his value, but he'll be just there the whole year.
Yeah,
he just turned 31, so yeah, it makes sense for him to do that. Yeah, but I'm surprised no one offered it. I guess he had a bunch of 1-year deals and they just wanted to get someone because, the Braves haven't had a shortstop since Dansby.
But yeah, I mean, he's really betting on himself here, and I hope it works out for him. I think that he's a good player. I think there's a lot in there still, so excited to see what's going to come for HSK next year. Next discussion point that I had, very interested to see your opinion on this. There's some talk that the Phillies are kind of just waiting on JT Realmuto right now, kind of similar to what they were doing with Kyle Schwarber, which, hey, test the market, but come to us and let us know, and we'll match, whatever offers you get to a certain point. And obviously the Phillies and Kyle Schwarber were on the same page, and they came to an agreement early on in the winter meetings. Is it safe to say at this point that
I want to say the same page. From everything I read, it was basically they told him to get the best offer and we'll match it. And the Orioles gave him the offer. And they said, "Do you want to match it?" And they really said yes.
they're on the same page in the terms of let's make it happen quickly. And I think with JT Realmuto, this is kind of dragging on at a point now that the winter meetings are done. I feel like things have been quieter on that front. And to me, it's kind of seeming more and more likely as the days pass on that JT Realmuto might not be a Philly in 2026. Because here's the thing: if the Phillies don't sign him and he ends up going somewhere else, you got to have a plan to have a catcher next year. Rafael Marchand and Garrett Stubbs, those are not your two catchers in 2026. It's not going to work. So you got to figure out something, and I think you should figure out something sooner rather than later. And if it's not JT, it's not JT.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I mentioned this like to you like a few weeks ago, but like it's Wilson Contreras wasn't moved off because he was bad at catcher. It was moved off because like it was weird with the Cardinals. So but he's older, he's 33. But like, if we trade for him, and will he still be able to like a decent catcher for 2 more years?
Maybe. I mean, I don't think we should have the expectation that whoever our catcher is, if it's not JT, is going to catch 135 games like JT does, right? Like, we're probably going to have more of a split catching situation.
I know, but do you take a chance on Wilson Contreras if the Cardinals just want to do a salary dump? 2 years, 18 million a year.
Yeah, sure.
In the hope he can catch it, because I mean, he hasn't caught. When's the last time he caught? He didn't catch it all last year, but in 2024 he caught 51 games.
He caught like just enough to get the fantasy eligibility for 2025.
Yeah, but like it was really weird. Like, he did not mesh with the Cardinals as the catcher. That's why they moved him off it. It was really weird.
I would like the idea though. If we're worried about age, JT Realmuto is even older, so I don't think that's like the main concern. This guy is good enough to stick as a first baseman, right? His OPS plus over the last couple years, where he hasn't caught, has been right around 130. He's averaging 2.7 WAR a year. As a catcher with the positional adjustment, you figure that it's probably going to be going up at least one. I like the idea a lot. You know that I'm kind of biased towards the new blood and changing the way things look on the team. But I love the idea. I think that's great.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but yeah. So again, but we should have done the Ford deal.
We could have. I think the Kirk ring idea potentially could have worked for that. See what happens. I am not as vehemently opposed to bringing Realmuto back as I was with Schwarber, just because I don't think there's as many options at the catcher position. But I do think we're kind of getting to a point where the Phillies are going to have to consider non-JT Realmuto options, because we're almost into the new year, coming up quick, but spring training is really going to be back before we know it, honestly.
Yeah, no, yes, but pitchers to catchers is important, basically like exactly 2 months.
Right. And you don't want to sign a catcher right before then, because you want to have the catcher, you want to give them time to study the pitching staff. You want to maybe have them talk with the staff a little bit before they report. You don't want, to have a catcher coming in halfway through spring training. That is a disaster. So you would think that this market would move a little bit quicker than an outfield market or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Was there anything else that you had? I know this has been a little bit of a quick episode, kind of just catching up on the news that we had today, but is there anything else that you wanted to bring up today, Jeremy?
Yes, if I can. I can't find it. It was just a hilarious comment I saw someone say, like, I can't believe Bryce Harper like took out a third of his blood and posted a social media post of him smiling. Just
Oh yeah, it was just like yeah. No, I know exactly the one you're talking about. Which actually, I do have something interesting to say about the Bryce Harper situation. I'll stall a little bit while you look for the comment. So I think a lot of people, or at least some people, have been curious as to why Bryce Harper has not come out and said that he's going to be part of the World Baseball Classic in 2026, like he was 4 years ago. And it turns out, and maybe you've heard about this, but Bryce Harper is most likely not eligible for the World Baseball Classic. Have you heard about this?
Oh, because he spent enough time injured that we could say no.
No, it is not because of that, believe it or not. So the EBOO treatment, the way that it is claimed
Oh,
to supposed
it
to
counts
work,
as doping for the WBC.
it does count as doping for the WBC. The goal of the treatment is to increase oxygen in the body, which I'd imagine is from increasing red blood cell count, which is considered to be blood doping by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Not doesn't specifically call out EBOO, but it calls out things that increase red blood cell count and that other methods qualify, and that it's explicitly prohibited at any time, not only when you're in the season, but even in the off season. It's a doping mechanism according to the World Anti-Doping Agency, and the World Baseball Classic uses their standards. So I'm pretty sure Bryce Harper is not eligible to be part of the World Baseball Classic.
Ah, that's hilarious. Okay, I found the comment. It's by known underscore upstairs underscore 7807. I still can't believe Bryce willingly moved a third of his blood from his body and then posted it on Instagram.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And a lot of people got mad at me for saying this on Reddit a couple days ago. But I don't think that the odds of MLB getting on him about this are 0%. I don't think they're high, but I don't think they're 0%. I think there's maybe a 5-10% chance that MLB kind of drops the hammer on him. Because if World Anti-Doping Agencies and World Baseball Classic are saying that he's doping, MLB bylaws, again, it's not like a list where every single thing that, could get you suspended is clearly spelled out. So I think there is an avenue where we're seeing like Bryce Harper get an 80-game suspension. I don't think it's likely, but I do think it's possible.
I honestly, I would laugh so hard. Like I would I don't know if I would be that I would be angry to start the situation, but I would just be like the dumbest fucking thing possible to happen. I would just laugh my ass off. Like, I can't believe you were that dumb to do that.
It would be the most do you think it would ruin his reputation?
No.
Like, how do you think the average Philly fan would reply to that? Would respond to that?
I think they would all. Well, okay. Okay. I'll get my help on here, but I don't know. I mean, the average fan would be like, "What the fuck?" Like, this. Well, I don't know. Blood, because blood doping, like, with this actually, that doesn't the effects it supposedly has. That has nothing to really do with your baseball skill. It's not like
Yeah,
like ride your bike a million times longer because your blood is. So it's just for from everything I've read on how stupid the treatment is. It's even just dumber for doing it for baseball.
yeah. I mean, it probably would ruin his Hall of Fame chances if he got suspended because of this.
Yeah, but I don't think the baseball will because it's such a weird. It's very weird. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to come and drop the hammer on him.
But no, but just like imagine this. You one of the top athletes in your sport posts about it on Instagram and gets smiling and then gets suspended for it.
It's, it honestly makes me laugh because it would just be the
Exactly.
funniest
Like
outcome.
I'm just like, it's the funniest fucking thing, and it's like, why are these? God, we gotta make it like so you can be an athlete and still get education.
Well, and then he would be postseason ineligible too. Like, you genuinely would have to probably throw away the 2026 season if that happened.
You're right. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot about that part. Oh my. Yeah. Then yes, he would be hated by Philly fans.
And then if you don't have a 2027, then all of a sudden this could completely take away and shut the window of the team.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Wow. Yeah.
think we always knew that like Bryce Harper was like slightly questionable, but this whole thing confirmed it.
I mean, one of the
Me.
top posts on the subreddit is we got Bryce drinking raw milk, and now Stubbs drinking breast milk. It's a video of Stubbs and his wife taking a shot of breast milk.
What is wrong with this team?
No, I mean, no. The reasons, like, no, I mean, breast milk does have like health benefits. They said they're both feeling under the weather. They don't want to get their baby sick, so they're making a little funny video about it. It's not like he's like has. To me, it's not like he's like taking a constantly supply from his wife. It's him and his wife are both taking it for funsies. And
right, and who am I to make fun of friend of the podcast, Garrett Stubbs?
Exactly. I know it's just a funny video. It's only and it's because we have Harper with his stupid stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I had completely forgotten about this whole thing and like my post-surgery kind of haze. But thank you for bringing that back to the front of my mind because it is hilarious. You're totally right. Anything else that you wanted to bring up in today's episode?
Met signed Christian Pache.
There you go. I thought he was going to be so good. I thought Christian Pache was going to be really good as a Philly.
Well, yeah, his first year with us, like he hit 230 OPS of 736. Like, okay, great. Like we figured it out. He's coming next year and be even better, and then he just reverted back to being complete garbage.
Yeah. I came really close to like investing in some Christian Pache, like rookie cards in like his first couple months as a Philly. Because I was like, this guy actually is talented, and he has the tools.
Well,
and
there was a reason why he was a top prospect. Like he was according to Baseball America, he was number 7 before the 2021 season.
Yeah.
So you know a 20. Well, I hate that. Okay, let's go back to pre-2020 because there was no 2020 minor league season. In 2019, he'd in AA and AAA. He was 20 years old. He had an OPS of 802, 43 walks, 222 strikeouts, and so it's like, dang, like it's not. So that's not like I mean, it's pretty high, 122 strikeouts, 33 games, and yeah, but still, like better numbers than most people who like, oh my god, this guy has great potential. And you look at his numbers, he's hitting like 210, strikes out like 160 times.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, we're diverting now to my favorite set. Well, we haven't had the episode I want yet, where we just name random players. But the comparison, Fernando Martinez comes to my mind. Former Met top prospect. He was ranked constantly in the top 100 for like 4 years. I never understood it. Looking at his numbers, 2007, he was the number 22 prospect. He's 17 years old, so they always do like, oh, he's young, therefore. But OPS 793, 17 years old, like, oh wow, great. And then 2007 hits 266, 706 OPS. Like, okay, he's 18, great, but still plays 63 games, doesn't do anything that stands out. And then in 08, 785 OPS across 2, but 90 games doesn't just like constantly top 100. Guy isn't healthy, isn't breaking out anywhere. So like he's just young,
Right.
And he was just terrible.
We got to plan that episode, man, of when we're going to do the naming random players. I think that would be fun.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Well, hopefully nothing. Can we like have like a few days without something happens? God.
Yeah. Can things slow down? Let's do it. Let's do it like later this week, early next week. Let's maybe do that as our next episode if things stay quiet.
Sure. Sure. Sounds good.
Is it a competition? Who can name as many random players until we can't think of them anymore, or is it going to be like we'll pick a few each and just talk about those guys for a little bit? How do you want to do it?
I think I name a guy, and then we just see where we'll start off, and then just like then we name another guy and see how long we can go before we're like, okay, that's enough.
It might be like Phillies or across all the league.
Ooh, yeah, we could do the whole league. That's fun.
I would like to have like some Shin-Soo Choo discussion.
Oh man. Yeah.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah.
So cool. I pretty much have everything that I wanted to say out. Is there anything else that you had? I know I've asked that a couple times, but we've got some good stuff.
Oh well, I mean, just quickly, Blue Jays signed Tyler Rogers officially to the 3-year deal.
Oh, really? I completely missed
Red
that.
Sox. Oh no, that was like a lot. That was like, I mean, was that when you had your surgery? Because I think I tasted he's out. He's out of the NL.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Gotta look back in our text to find that. But yeah,